Hi, I'm Rebecca, and today I will be reading a story with you, along with Hawk, one of our resident horses here at the Coastal Discovery Museum. I will be reading Beach Race Champion, a Marsh Tacky Tale by Patricia Stafford. Yellow tape stretched across the sand. Molly, the smallest brown Marsh Tacky horse, watched all the people standing on the other side. They were here to watch her race. She was the oldest Marsh Tacky in the races. This year, Molly wanted to win every beach race. If she did, she would be the beach race champion. The ocean breeze was strong and the sun was bright. Molly felt the sand under her hooves and the light hands of her rider holding the reins. Molly danced, waiting for her turn. She was ready to run. A man stood on the beach with his arms raised in the air. Everyone watched him to know when the race started. They watched him drop his arms. They were off. Molly's hoofs pounded on the sand. Her hoofs kicked up little puffs of sand as she ran. Molly heard the other horses breathing loudly. Molly ran faster and faster. Soon the sound began to fade away as Molly ran even faster. Molly reached the finish line first. She had won her first race. Molly had won all her races in the past, but now it was time for her to take a break. Molly's rider, Brittany, walked her around the beach to cool down. Sometimes she stopped to let people pet her. Molly watched the other horses race. Molly would race the winners of those races. It was almost time for the big race. Whoever won the big race would be the beach race champion. Everyone waited for the big race to start. 2 other horses were in the race. They were younger than Molly, but Molly knew she had to beat them to win the race. The man on the beach raised his arms. As soon as he dropped his arms, the big race was on. Molly and the other horses took off galloping across the beach. Molly could hear the hoofbeats on the sand and the heavy breathing of the other horses. Molly stretched her legs out as far as they would go. She pulled ahead of the other horses, ran faster and faster, and soon all she could hear was her own breathing and her own hoofs hitting the sand. That thump, thump, thump. She could see the orange flag at the end of the race. There were no horses in front of her or beside her when she passed the orange flag. The crowd cheered. Molly knew she had won the race when Brittany told her to slow down. She was the fastest Marsh Tacky horse on the beach. Molly had done it. Molly was the 2011 Beach Race Champion. The end. Thank you for joining us today.